I know Drake wish he could chase Kendrick off that stage, that Squid Game stage that was meant there to play. All right, but anyways, the halftime show, Kendrick. I'm gonna just say this real quick, and I'm gonna give my take and get out of there, and then we'll start discussing what happened. Killed it. I appreciated it a lot. Understood the message, got the message. Didn't expect Kendrick to do nothing less than that. Sorry that he didn't give y'all the party and BS stuff that y'all wanted to hear, but he did what he was supposed to do. He did what Kendrick do, and yeah, I'm disappointed in the black people that didn't like it, but I understand. How did you feel about it?
We're going to definitely get deep because I know you feel way more about that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this. I do got my little talking points I want to say about what went down, and we'll get to that. I'll get my little quick joints first. I liked it. And you know this about me. I am not a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Mm-hmm.
Going into this event, I always thought Kendrick was dope, but I'm just not a fan of Kendrick. This made me a fan of Kendrick. I became a Kendrick Lamar fan. Watching that, I had my fanned out moment when I heard that. I'm out the way, I'm low. Okay, I was like, ah!
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a fanned out moment. Right now, with that being said,
music, yo.
I will say this too. I got irritated once I became a Kendrick fan by the same people, Craig, which is why I never could become a Kendrick fan. Now, we'll get to my reasons for that later, but shout out to Kendrick, because I was definitely one of the people that thought Wayne should have did that performance, but I enjoyed it. I think Kendrick killed it. I think he did it for the culture. It was definitely a lot of symbolism. It was definitely a well-thought-out performance, and I think Kendrick did his thing. And to Craig's, we're going to get into this too, the people who didn't like it, I also could find a lot of negatives in this performance. But to me, this was a top-tier Super Bowl event. I think this was an event. This was a story. This was like a short film. This was more than just like him performing some songs.
Yeah, we'll get to, because I ain't going to do the breakdowns yet. First, this stuff that happened that we seen. Everything was dope to me. I'll give you something I didn't like. Okay. I did not like them bell bottoms. Them jeans could have been styled
very
different.
injuredly reserved,
very eclectic. But hey, you do what you do. You dress how you dress. That's the style. Do whatever you want. I will say that I didn't like them jeans.
Since we know things we didn't like, the audio was terrible.
Oh yeah, the audio was not. But the audio ain't never good at the Super Bowl, right?
I don't care. For that kind of environment, you got to do better with the audio, because when it came time on Not Like Us for the crowd to sing along, the audio kicked into the actual stadium audio, and the crowd sounded so much better. If you're gonna put Kendrick on that hip, I ain't gonna say Kendrick. If you're gonna put hip hop on that kind of a stadium, you gotta have crowd noise. You cannot be having hip hop with no crowd noise. That was terrible.
That is a good point. I don't know how many pure hip hop they had. And, I think Dre's was good and sounded that way because it's Dr. Dre. And that's what he do. That's why he Dr. Dre, engineer ear, all of that type of stuff. He not finna let his sound bad. I don't remember really if his sounded bad like that.
No,
but
it doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, but speaking to that, though, when it's rap like that, because Dre went up there and did the hits. When it's rap like Kendrick doing, and a lot of things need to be said about the way that he altering, as a rapper performing, he changing his lyrics in real time. Yeah. He's taking out the curse words, sometimes changing a word, sometimes just taking a breath out.
2 bars out of the... He was doing a... That
like
was
he was
impressive.
Saying the consonant, like he was the song, like he was the radio edit, like and I'm like, you could just not say the whole thing and just and take a breath. But that was very difficult to do, and then running around like that, choreographing dance moves, that take a lot out of you, and to be rapping and keeping up. No vocal track behind you, so much credit to that. That got to be noticed. But you're right, the sound, if it would have sounded better and you can actually hear all of that, it would have been dope. He started out with a new freestyle. I ain't gonna lie, I got a little worried. You start out with a new freestyle, I got a little scared. I was like, yo, what are you finna do? I guess, man. I just would have started with something that hit first. But I get what he was doing, and then and it was also, like you say, hard to hear. And now I got to go back and listen. I probably didn't really want to do that. Speaking to people on their entertainment point, I probably didn't want to have to go back and have to study the verse earlier. But I wanted to kind of hear something I knew. But he got to that. That was dope. SZA coming out, that was dope. Serena, Crip walking, that was cryptic. I like that. Shout out to that. There was a few more things on there. The A minor chain,
So petty.
I heard that that's supposedly his PG Lang logo or something. I don't understand or can see why that's his PG Lang logo. But I've heard that that's it allegedly. But I just thought, even better, I thought it was a great shot at Drake for the the A minor thing. And of course, last but not least, the actually doing the song. It got the longer the set got 10, 11 minutes, I got scared. Like, he really not gonna do it because he teased it and then he did something else. He threw Euphoria in there, so I should have known. But yeah,
that's when it got lit. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, that's when you.
I'm not the way I'm long. Okay, I ain't thinking of no reaper. Reaper, but I saw it. I ain't gonna lie. I was geeked. I ain't gonna hold you. I was lit after that.
Mm-hmm.
It was turned.
But yeah, that Not Like Us turned up, and everybody heard it. They was waiting on it. He said foul. He took out the first part, but he said foul. The crowd said the whole thing, and then that A minor part that everybody was waiting on. Oh my God, that would have hurt. That would have hurt my soul if I was Drake.
Oh,
and
trust it.
Then
hurt his soul.
The smile at the camera. Say Drake. No, that was crazy. Diabolical work. Crazy work. Anybody saying that they don't like that, it's I don't.
Okay,
anybody,
yeah. You stay there on that thought because we're going to get into the Kendrick fans like you in a minute. Right. What I'm going to say is, number one, I'm basically going to rehash some of your things, but I just like the fact that was ballsy. This is why I became a fan. For me, I like an artist that's just kind of ballsy. To get on the Super Bowl stage with lawsuits pending, with, all these things going on, to get up there and not just do the song. That's not even just what he did. He built his whole performance with a message, but at the same time, it was to let Drake take this L on the Super Bowl stage. The sheer pettiness of that, for a person like me, I have to applaud. I have to applaud. There's no way a petty person like me cannot applaud that. I feel like as petty as Drake is, Drake should respect that and applaud it. For real, that is petty. He not just did the songs we know he was dissing Drake. He had new songs. He had songs that, like classic songs that still was throwing shots. The whole song layout, the fact he had the smooth songs, he showed as a full artist, I can do all of this. I could just do the radio songs, yeah. I could do the diss records. I could do the dance joints. I could do the lyrical joints. I could do the real things. I could do the revolutionary things. He was dancing on Drake's grave, bro. And I said they did this at the award show. The Grammys was the same thing. It was a celebration of getting Drake out of here. Bro, they had a celebration of getting Drake out of here at the Super Bowl. It's crazy work. It's diabolical. But shout out to Kendrick. That's one of my talking points. And I also want to say, shout out to the thoughts that was in the performance. It was a lot of little hidden messages, but I think for me, it's some of the simpler messages that I like. When it came to the red, white, and blue, of course, some of that was about the flag, duh, but it was also about the gang. It was also about being divided as a country, being Republican, being Democrat. And then he had, the white in the middle, but then Kendrick was in the middle. To me, what that represented is just like the good kid, Mad City. In the midst of this world, in the midst of this red and blue, in the midst of everything going on, the white sheets, everything that's going on in the midst of this, here I am. I'm still here. I'm still doing what I do. Hold on. And then you go further from there, you got the scene of the prison yard. You got the scene of him being outside, and it's like the light pole and the kids with the white tees. It's all of that that's saying, I made it to here. I made it to America, but I've never forgot where I've come from. I'm still a part of this culture. I'm still a part of the lowriders that sit on the stage. I'm still attached to my culture. I never sold my culture. And then you got Samuel L. Jackson, you know what I'm saying, basically being the house dude that walks you back. Hey, you doing too much. You being too ghetto. They don't want you to do that. It's like, I enjoyed all of that. I don't need nobody to break it down on why I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because I like the message of it, the symbolism of it, and I thought that was dope.
Yeah. If it's to your point about the flag stuff, another point of that was it was all black people up there in clothes representing the American flag. And then especially when they all leaned and put their hands on each other's back, it's like saying that America was built on the backs of black people type. So that was another like node to that too with the flag thing. And yeah, everything was dope. And the other thing I didn't like besides the jeans was shout out to UC Dub that he didn't do It's Gonna Be Alright. He could have threw that in there. It's at least 2 songs that I would have took out to get a It's Gonna Be Alright chant in there. But it was still black enough for me. The message was there. The message was clear. I did like the Samuel L. being like the house dude to bring him back in or like, hey, calm it down. And then every time he didn't listen, it turned up. So I appreciated that. But
okay, now let's get to the part I don't like. Now
yeah.
we're finna have this conversation as a rec, because it sounds like you might have been having these conversations earlier in the day. Now, you know what I can't stand about Kendrick fans or any group of fans of any artist, bro? I can't stand this. I can't stand the group of you just don't get it. You don't like it because you don't get it. Yeah, you don't understand. You don't grasp it, right? I can't stand them kind of people because then you know what happens when you ask them, what don't you think I understand? What don't you think I grasp? They usually don't have an answer. They have an answer from somebody they watched on YouTube, make a video, and break it down for them, and they feel like, oh, I agree with that, so that's going to be my talking points. Or you went on TikTok and found some little creator who said, hey, look, this what this means, and you say, oh, yeah. But you ain't did no work. You don't even have an opinion. You're just going to rehash the opinion like, oh yeah, this makes me smart. Oh, you ain't smart because you don't get it. You don't understand. It's too over your head. It's too smart. Okay, what's over my head? Tell me what's smart. I can't because you don't get it. Man, shut up, bro. I hate them kind of people. And Kendrick fans, y'all got to start tweaking. Because I seen dumb people on the internet all day. Y'all don't get it. You don't understand. And you sharing other posts. Shut up. You tell me what I don't understand.
Well, it depends on what you don't understand about what it is. I can't tell you as a whole, this is what you don't understand about Kendrick. I will say to the people that's not liking it, it's only 2, maybe 3 types of people that's not liking it. 1, white people that's racist. That's always going to happen whenever anybody black up there. 2, Drake fans who just love Drake. And
so you just don't get it.
Drake fans who just love Drake and anything Kendrick do, they're going to be mad at. And then contrarians. Contrarians is like people who just the popular thing, the populace thinking this. I'm going to go against this just because I don't really have nothing else to stand on. I just don't like it because everybody else like it. And sometimes you come across things where those are the people that dislike it because everything is kind of like set in stone, and that's what it is. Set in stone meaning that, yeah, Kendrick is great. And if you don't like it or you don't listen to it or you don't feel it, then you just don't get it. It's not that it's whack. You just don't get it. Some stuff is whack. If you don't like Gucci Mane, it could be because he whack to you. I understand that. You don't like Trippie Redd. You don't like Lil Yachty. He might be because they whack. Kendrick can't be whack. Lupe can't be whack. Nas can't be whack. You just don't get it.
See, this we gotta stop. This is such a narcissistic way of looking at.
I'm sorry, and that's why we don't explain it to you because it's gonna be mean when we tell you that you probably need to.
This is not about that, bro.
Right?
It's certain art people just don't like,
and that's what I'm saying.
But wait a minute, it's not that they don't get it; they don't like it. It's fine.
Okay, why don't you like it?
Because I don't. Maybe I don't like the visual. I don't like the colors. I don't like the way it sounds sonically if I'm listening to music. I don't like his voice. I don't like the... it could be a million things. I don't like it. It's not a saying, oh, the lyrics he wrote, it don't make sense. I don't like it. And if somebody don't like something, bro, they don't like it. But we react to music all the time. Oh, you guys don't... It went over your head. No, it didn't. I just didn't like it, bro. It's okay if you tell me one of your favorite food is lasagna, right? But you don't like seafood.
Right.
You say, I don't like fish. Man, you hating. How you don't like fish? Because I'm allergic. It'll kill me, bro. I don't like it. But it doesn't matter why. You just don't like it. I don't mess with fish. It don't mean you're dumb because you don't like fish. I don't like it.
But as a person who like know what fish tastes like and like fish or whatever, I can also be like, you wrong. You have a life-saving thing that makes you not able to have it. But that doesn't make it not good, and you're wrong if you say it's not good. You just can't have it because it will do harm to you, which is understandable. And that's like Kendrick. Maybe Kendrick might awaken you or open something in you that you're not ready to get to. He might enlighten you in the way that you're not ready to be enlightened. And it might change your life in the way you're not ready for it to be changed. Hence, it probably could damage you if you see that. So maybe it's not for you, but that doesn't mean it's whack or it's not good. It just means you don't get it.
Or maybe I'm allergic to fish and I don't like how it tastes.
All right.
It's possible to act like somebody don't have the possibility of just not liking something. Oh no, you just don't get it. Bro, it's people that just don't like you, Craig, because you got dreads. It ain't that they don't get why you have dreads.
Yeah, we call them racist though.
Exactly. But it's my point.
But they got a reason though. We know the reason.
No, I got a reason too. I just don't like it. Why? But that's not a reason. It is the same reason.
Hold on. The same reason when you say because I just don't like it is the same reason when we say you just don't get it. It's no clash. It's a clash that because you can't explain it. You don't like his voice and all of this stuff. And I'm not even saying you per se, but you arguing with the fans. So I'm speaking on their behalf when you that much of a fan and those type of people. They the ones that say it's whack. It's whack. We argue against it's whack. It's not whack. When you say it's whack, that's when we say you sound stupid and you just don't get it.
See, this should be
because if you say you don't like it or it's not your type of vibe, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, you a hater." It's a bunch of stuff that's not my type of vibe. I don't like Run DMC. That doesn't mean they not great. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to like them. I do believe that they're great. They
but I'm saying you don't believe that the music is good. You say you don't like it, right?
I mean, it's not my vibe.
No, let's stay there. It ain't your vibe. You don't like it, right?
I mean, not like it's like that.
You're not a fan of Run.
I wouldn't listen to a Run DMC album. No.
Okay, so let's be straight. You don't listen to Run DMC. It's just not something you're a fan of, right?
No.
You give them their props. They do their thing, whatever. Like they elders of hip hop.
And I would never say they whack.
Right?
Yeah.
No, forget how you would say it. I'm saying you're not into it though, right? And you choose not to say it's whack because you respect their accomplishments. You just said that.
No, because it can't be whack. It's not whack.
How can it not be whack? You just said you're not even into it.
Because one, if we can't rate it now. If we back on that time, it can't be whack at that time if it pioneered and made it to everything that we have now. Because I wasn't there to experience it. Because I went there to experience it, I'm not going to disrespect it and call it whack. My point is, what I'm saying is, you saying that the fans feel this way. I'm telling you, the fans don't argue against people who don't like Kendrick or feel like the music not theirs or the music not their vibe. And if they do, I'm speaking for me, the people that I see in the arguments I have. I don't, when you say it's whack, that's when it's the argument. Oh, it's whack? You don't get it.
He's arguing on the same point he was talking about before we went on.
What?
That he's just gonna argue the point regardless of the logic you're saying to him.
No,
you're arguing the point, bro. I'm logically asking you, okay, you saying, and you brought it up, so it's the perfect example of what I'm trying to say. Because I'm not saying, I feel like you can say this whack and you can say it's not whack. I feel like both parties can do it, right? What I'm saying is, people act like people is above approach because you're a fan of them. They're not. There's people who don't like Kendrick. It's people that don't like Fish. It's people that don't like playing video games. It don't make them dumb. Oh, you just don't understand the games. That's why you don't like it. They just don't like it, bro. You not gotta be dumb. To me, that's the same like logic of a person of a different color saying, I'm better than you because I'm this and you're not. It's the same thing. Oh, you don't get why I'm better than you, but I am. Because wait a minute. See, it ain't. I ain't trying to really argue. What I'm saying is that mindset of something is above approach and it's better, and you just don't get it because it's above your reach to get it. I don't like that. I feel like everybody should have their own opinions. If it's for, and I just said I'm a person who enjoyed the show, but at the same time, you somebody who didn't like the show. It don't make me enjoy the show less. I'm not gonna argue with you how dumb you is because you didn't enjoy the show. You know what I'm gonna think? To your point. It probably just wasn't for you, right? But I don't feel need to argue with you or go back and forth to tell you how dumb you is because it's not for you. It's just not for you.
But if they say, my point is, like, because I never said that they can't say that they don't like it. That's cool. You cannot like it. I always say, if you say you don't like it, you might not be whatever. Don't say it's whack. Now you're delusional. Now you're lying. Now you're wrong. Now you sound stupid and you don't get it. If you say it's whack, that's it. You can not like whatever, not feel whatever. Once you say something like that is whack, it's impossible for it to be whack. I'm sorry, it just is. It's impossible for it to be whack, and if you feel like it is, you're wrong, and that's okay. I'm fine with you being wrong. It's okay. It's not even a big deal. But just don't say it's whack. You can not like whatever for whatever reason. Once you say it's whack, it's a different threshold you cross than you disrespecting a great, a legend, a
What
goat.
does whack mean, though?
Whack means that everyone would agree that this is trash.
No. Whack means I think it's trash.
Nah.
I didn't say everyone says it's whack. I said
I think it's whack. Always
So
felt like this about music. My opinion matters more.
I try to always stick to the topic. I don't like to bring everybody to it. I'm talking on the topic. If I say something whack, I'm saying it's whack. I'm not saying Craig think it's whack. I'm not saying T the Goat think it's whack. I'm saying I think it's whack. It ain't for me. To me, this is trash. It could be 100 million people that say, well, we like it. And I'd be like, that's for y'all then. I'm going to go over here and listen to Griselda. It don't bother me because y'all think it's good and I think it's whack.
It's like
Why does certain fan bases feel so like, we got to fight you to the death because you think it's whack? Why is that affecting you enjoying the music?
It don't affect me enjoying the music, but if I have time, I would argue the points. Like, plus, I used to do this in high school all the time. But because people be wrong and I need to... sometimes it's fun to make them realize how wrong they are, or at least validate myself to be like, oh, this is one of those people who, just have to think this way because they don't want to be like everybody else. They try so hard to be different. So you go ahead and think that you can be wrong and then it's fine. But once I confirm that, it's cool. I need to confirm that because a lot of times you can't have a productive convo because they stuck over there, you right, and you trying to get them to understand you right. And then they sitting there with their stupid opinions and you trying to correct them and you got to realize like, oh, you just got to let them go and think whatever they think. And you all go, and then you always let them know that, you know what, I'm okay with you being wrong. It's cool. It's cool.
Damn Kendrick fans, bro. Shout out to K-Dot, bro.
For real, man.
I want to say, y'all Kendrick fans. And look, and I feel like I became a Kendrick fan. I'm already annoyed with my fellow Kendrick. It's like Lions. It's the certain group of Lion fans, bro, that irritate my soul. I swear they irritate my soul, bro.